Hey everyone, Colin from Aaron's Technology Blog. This is our review of the LG G Pad 7.0. We recently did an unboxing and we'll put a link in the video for that as well. But I haven't used it now for a week. It's a really nice little tablet. It feels very sturdy, not necessarily premium, but not cheap. I mean, it isn't the premium model that is the 8.3 version. You've just got matte plastic on the back, and you can see it's a little bit prone to retaining fingerprints. But overall, the quality is very, very nice. So using it for the week, what I found is it's better than other kind of low budget tablets, like say the Mimo Pad 7 that was out last year. I mean, it is faster than that. It isn't, using top specs. It's only got 1 GB of RAM, and you really do notice that lower RAM when you are kind of moving around menus and that. It's not that it's not quick, it's just not snappy like say a top level Android phone or a top level Android tablet. But it's not going to annoy most people. So just quickly bring you into it here. So you can see here you've got your knock code. So if we tap here, we should get in. And there we go. Some people like the knock code, some don't. I'm not too bothered by it, to be honest, but I would like to be able to do it anywhere on the screen and not just in that little section. So LG have their own skin over the top of this version of Android, and you can see here it's not drastically different from stock Android. You've got your app tray here. When you hit the menu button, it's a little bit of everything together in one area, which I'm not overly gone on. However, it is consistent in its approach to how it does it, unlike some tablets where it's just not quite right. So the OS in that regard is very nice. You can drag down into your notification area and you have your quick action toggles up the top here: brightness, vibration, notification sounds, and obviously your notifications will appear here. You can see there's a software update. You've got access into a quick memo, which will appear there, and then you can type. It's actually not that quick, as it turns out, but there you go. You've access straight into your settings from here, and this is fairly typical kind of Android affair, although it looks nicer on the LG because it's not just black background. You do have at least a kind of a brightly lit background, although not that good on your battery if you're in these sort of windows for long amounts of time. The memory on this is an 8 GB storage, so that's where it falls down a little bit, because unfortunately there's only going to be about 4 GB left after doing after you do the initial setup. So right now we've got 2.69 left, and really all that's in here is a few things. The biggest game there is say GT Racing 2, and on 2.2 benchmark, just for running our benchmarks. But you can see, just going back and forth, it's just, to me, it just doesn't seem that snappy, but it's a very, very nice tablet to use. And for 179, you're not going to get kind of better quality than that right now. Maybe a little bit more expensive ones will serve you better, but for now, Android on the LG 7.0 G Pad is very good. The camera quality is not the best in the world. In fact, it's very poor. So if we kind of have a look through that, let's get some text here. That's your picture. And you can see it's just really, really bad, really grainy. But then tablets weren't made for taking pictures, so don't take pictures unless you really have to. I'm quite pleased overall with the tablet. Its scores in terms of benchmarking were fairly good. You can see there 17,458, which is actually quite good. And that ranks it. Let's see where we get it. Oops. That ranks it kind of in and around the S3, the Galaxy S3 in terms of performance. So that's not too bad at all. The games we tried out were GT Racing 2, we had Dead Trigger 2, and we had Real Racing 3, and there was no problems at all running those. Okay, so finally, that is the LG G Pad. I would recommend it if you've got 179.99 lying around and you're in the market for a new tablet. You can head on over to our sponsors for today, who are Harvey Norman, and check it out there and all their other great deals that they have going on today.